I was gonna see if you could do your best villager impression.
Was that good, Carson?
That's
wanna
really
know.
good. That's spot on.
Also, welcome to New Game Plus. This is a retro gaming podcast where three guys spend 7 days playing one old game and then we talk about it. My name's Dustin.
My name is Kenny.
Nolan.
And this is episode 508, and it is a director's episode!
Sweet, sweet.
But before our director joins us to talk about a quite special game, I do have a question of the week, and it is, which game from your past do you hope to revisit soon?
The series that I want to revisit is one that I have been thinking about a lot because it's multiple games, but I kind of want to play BioShock again. And I've only played through it once. I've played the first one many times, but
Right.
I've only played the third one, Infinite, one time.
Yeah, I think I've only played Infinite one time as well when it released, but I played the first one probably 2 or 3 times. I played the second one, I think, twice.
Yeah.
So
They're-
for me, I would just do Infinite again.
And I might too, honestly, because I played the first one so much. And the second one's fine. I don't
Sure.
really care about it. But 3 is the one that I've thought about the most, I think, since I finished that series, and I would like to play it.
I do wonder how it holds up.
Probably good.
Kenny?
Yeah, this is a kind of tricky question because I just do this. Like, I like old games, and when I want to play them, I play them. I'm currently
Chess is not
still
a video game.
playing through Diablo 2 at the moment. Started a new character like 3 days ago.
And he never invites me.
But that doesn't count, I don't think, because it was already happening. Okay,
It seems like you're
here's
thinking about this right now, but go ahead.
No, I am. DCSS. I've said that before for similar kinds of
Oh.
questions. It is an old to us on the podcast game. I always want to go back and revisit that, but I can never get over the initial hurdle of getting myself back into it. But I want to, and when I do, I have so much fun with it. So yeah, little dungeon crawl, stone soup action for me.
Can y'all please play that again so that I can watch? I don't care about that game to play it,
relearn.
but I like watching y'all play that game.
And the scary
or
thing for me is
Terraria again with
the
y'all.
the scary thing for me with DCSS is I would need to not do the only genre of character that I ever only did. I would need to do something different, and that scares me even
A
more.
lot more learning.
Wait, what
and
did you normally
harder
do? Just a
character.
warrior?
What did I do? Just a warrior, Kenny? I don't remember.
I don't
what
remember
the-
You
either.
probably
I
did
don't
whatever
think
was
so.
best.
Yeah, I mean, I did something. I did the simplest thing where I didn't have to like do magic or anything like that.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, I think you played like a Minotaur warrior or something really straightforward
Sounds
like that. I don't
familiar.
remember.
Stop talking about it. You're getting me excited. All right.
How about you?
Similar answer to what I give when we have these kinds of questions. So similar in the vein of what you're thinking, Kenny, or how you approach this. For me, it's always going to be Shadow of the Colossus. I fell in love with that game, and here's my problem. It is stupidly, exclusively PlayStation. I bought it on a borrowed PlayStation, and I do not have that PlayStation. So I either have to buy the game again on a PlayStation. I don't have a TV in my house, so I don't have a PlayStation hooked up anywhere. I do have a PlayStation something right there, and it's bad that I'm doing this podcast, and I don't know if that's a 4 or a 5. But
It's definitely a 4.
Okay, it's definitely a 4. So I could hook it up and buy Shadow of the Colossus, but it feels bad to buy a game that I already bought.
It's not
Yeah,
on
Nolan,
PC?
it's not on PC.
What?
That surprises me a lot that it's
I
not
thought
on
the
PC.
remake would be.
Nope. And I could obviously emulate the original, but after playing the remake and it being
Yeah.
a perfect remake, I would rather just play that one,
Yeah.
but I can't.
Oof.
I know.
That sucks. I still haven't played Bloodborne because it's a PlayStation exclusive.
I've played more Bloodborne than you.
I know,
There-
and I'm a Souls guy.
There is an answer here.
Get a TV.
I don't know what it is, but I'm just
Yeah,
it's a solvable
like-
problem.
I feel like it's a multi-step, multi-dollar answer, and I'm not interested enough.
Well, then
Fair.
you don't want to play.
But I love these kinds of questions, love having these conversations with y'all. It's always good to mine through memories of the past. You get tons of dirt, but occasionally we'll be able to find some diamonds in the rough.
I mean, I can.
Is it good, or are you going to block me? These puns will never end. Like in our retro
Stop
game of the week,
it.
Minecraft.
Overview.
First things first, we'd like to welcome Carson to the episode.
Welcome,
Carson, thank you for
welcome.
being here with us. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your friendship. Can you tell us and our community a little bit about how you came to discover New Game Plus and its community, and then why you chose, out of all games, a game that no one's really heard about before?
Yeah, never heard about it. Well,
neat.
first of all, I just want to say thank you for having me on the podcast today.
Sure.
Super excited to be here. I found New Game Plus because I work in real life with Dustin. So
Hey.
he flexed it a little bit and was like, "Hey, I have this podcast. It's no big deal. It only has like 500 episodes." And then I decided to be a part of it, and I've gone through probably 200, maybe 250 episodes, somewhere in that at this point. I'm pretty much at my 1 year anniversary. I started listening in January of last year. So
Happy anniversary.
Which, yeah, I mean, I guess that's great. We have known each other a lot longer than 1 year, so what does that say about
it took a little
our
bit.
friendship?
Took a little
we
bit.
do
to
know
get
that
there.
Dustin likes flexing the podcast all the time, so
No,
makes
please.
sense.
And now I flex it
Nolan-
to everybody we know.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. You go around and proselytize for us. And then why Minecraft?
I have a lot of legacy experience with Minecraft. I've been playing it for over 10 years. I actually bought a gaming PC at one point in time, specifically to play Minecraft. I never
Love
downloaded
it.
another game other than Minecraft, and I played it as my only game for probably 3 years of my life.
You're goated.
And that includes like modded versions and stuff like that as well. But I absolutely love Minecraft, and I still have about a 2 week Minecraft grind every single year. Me and my wife will go
yeah.
through it about 2 weeks every year, and
That's
then
about
we
right.
don't play it again until the next year.
Same. Everyone. That's really funny that you said that. I didn't even say anything yet. Everybody that loves Minecraft does that once a year.
They
It's
just come back.
literally
weird.
If you don't play it once a year, you don't actually love the game. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
really into like YouTubers, like Minecraft YouTubers? Who was your
Yeah.
go-to?
That's a great question. I
There's
mean,
a lot of them.
Captain Sparkles is the goated one.
Yeah.
He made all the Minecraft music videos and
Mm-hmm.
Let's Plays and stuff like that. And nowadays I watch a bunch of the Hermitcraft guys.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
I
if
was
you know
wondering if
their
you're gonna say
stuff.
Hermitcraft. So
Yeah,
good.
so I watch at least like 2 or 3 of them still today in all their stuff.
Yeah.
Kenny, I do think you and I should maybe take a rain check and go do something else and let these two guys talk
Let
about
them-
Minecraft.
Yeah,
Fully
can you just
nerd
disconnect
out.
to a different channel? or
Yeah.
something?
Get all the
Um,
geeking out of their system.
Because here's the reality. I'd like to actually get this, off my chest here at the beginning in the overview section. No matter how much experience any of us have, including Nolan or Carson, we're not going to say anything in this episode, likely, that you, dear listener, don't already know. Minecraft, it has exceeded, period. It has superseded, exclamation point. It is bigger than ellipses. And so
Yeah.
we'll talk some for the people that the two people that haven't played Minecraft before and give a little bit of that, but more so it's going to be probably our experience this week, because I'm in charge of the overview section. The first time I played Minecraft was for the first play this week. So I'm new to this.
Go
That is
watch it.
my
if
very
you
first time.
haven't, on our YouTube.
And
It's so good.
If you watch it, you will be able to tell that it was my first time and that I'm not acting.
Yeah,
right?
the title's
that's what I've
not
been.
How long did-
clickbait.
How long did it take you to build a sword again?
Well, I didn't do it
You
in the
never
first
figured
play,
it out. Yeah.
but that is not intuitive. The axe intuitive. But listen, we're getting ahead of ourselves. All right. I just wanted to make it clear that that we're not going to tell you anything you don't know, and we will inevitably say something that is just wrong. So please
I
get
won't.
mad at us and comment. That will help.
Yeah. Correct us.
Minecraft was released in 2009 as a public alpha, and then it went to beta, and then in 2011 it was launched in full. I believe that they just recently celebrated their 15-year anniversary, so technically it is a retro game according to our standards, 15 years old or older, but admittedly it is skirting the line. It's just a weird game through and through, and you'll get that with our conversation. Nolan, you played before public release, right?
Yeah. In 2010, I played one of the alpha releases when it
So
was
fun.
Notch and kind of only Notch.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, yes, I played it before it came out.
Which this game was developed and published by Notch and his studios, Mojang Studios, and it just started as him. I mean, he developed the game and then handed it over and got other people involved, later on. But started I think in 2009, like soon before the alpha went public. Like I don't think it was a long process. It began as Cave Game. And Notch, I believe, while obviously working a full-time job doing something else, just completed that base programming in a single weekend in May of 2009. And then
Crazy.
in a forum online shared it with other game developers for them to hop in, and within an hour or so we're getting a few comments back, and he would take those comments and he would iterate and he would build and add and all of those things. The game itself was inspired by a different game called Infiniminer, which is go look at it. It was replete with bugs and other things, and it didn't have, I don't think it had much surface play, but look at it and you're gonna see Minecraft in the mines.
I'm
Yeah.
really glad he changed the name from the original.
From Cave Game.
Yeah.
Is that what it was called for real?
Name.
It was Cave Game, and then when it was Minecraft, the very first like alpha or something, or maybe it was way before alpha, had a subtitle, and then obviously took away the subtitle.
Huh.
I'm not being Order of the Stone. That's what it was. Minecraft Order of the Stone.
Yeah, that also needed to go.
Did you say that he was influenced by Dwarf Fortress?
I didn't not
Kenny-
say that.
Do you know that game?
I know of that game, and I've
Yeah.
intended to play that game for a long
It's
time, and I never have.
Old school, like rogue like, but construction building game as well. You can see the correlation if you go look at it, but it's not first person.
I mean, we haven't explicitly said, but it came out on PC originally. It's since then on everything, including like calculators and Google. It's on Google.com. You can mine the search
Can you?
engine. Yeah, it's great.
Cool.
It is a sandbox game, some would say, but it's actually a survival horror game, and like I'm not gonna take any
true.
arguments. Yeah, like
Yeah.
when I before playing this game, I said that it's a kids game. It's a game for literal children. I don't understand why children would ever play this. This is horrifying. And maybe the newer version is a lot safer, but
not.
I was brutally murdered night after night after night. We'll get there, but this is not a game for kids, and it is a survival horror game.
I mean,
Kenny, did you have that same experience?
Yeah, I am
I mean,
curious.
I also, am
Yeah, of
not
course he
great
did.
at this game, and certainly died often.
That mode.
Don't-
the mode's called survival, so you're not wrong.
Yeah, just needed to add horror. I mean, I don't even get. There's multiple. They didn't just give us one night enemy. They give us multiple. We'll
you're
get
kind
there.
of right. It's zombies, spiders, and skeletons. That's horror. That's spooky.
Not only that, Endermen, are those the long-armed
yeah,
terrors?
demons.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. All right. Later, Minecraft sold for $2.5 billion to Microsoft, and Notch went and lived a happily ever after life. He didn't, because there's story there. Speaking of story, maybe for the first time on our podcast, probably not. There's none.
Well,
There is
No.
passive world building
No.
story that's
No,
implied. But
the
yeah, you're
story,
right. There
and
is
that
no
is
story.
what Sandbox is, and what Minecraft is the story. The story is the story you make it to be.
well,
Right.
when
Which is
you
a
beat
story.
the game, There is story. It
No,
scrolls
there's like a poem or
No, there's
lyrics or
there's
not
story.
that doesn't scroll a story that
They made a
says-
movie out of it. Of course there's a story. You can't make a movie with no plot.
They made a movie with no plot. They've made many movies with no plot, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm not gonna give you a story because the story is the one that you create.
Ooh, that'll preach.
Quick reminder that the New Game Plus podcast is entirely supported by your contributions on Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you can support your favorite retro gaming podcast and also get really cool perks like early access first plays, 2 entries into Patreon pools, unedited episodes, all kinds of cool stuff is on there. If you want to check it out, all you've got to do is head on over to patreon.com/NGP podcast. We so appreciate your support.
Gameplay.
Up front, it's going to be important for you to have some context to know that which version of Minecraft that we played, because if you know our podcast or if you don't, we play retro games that are 15 years old or older. That's the stipulation for retro. So to call Minecraft retro is silly because it's still maintained. However, Minecraft Mojang are the best, and they have a launcher now that you might roll your eyes at. You don't need a launcher for Minecraft, but they allow you to install old versions of the game. So you can play the latest build, but you can also scroll back and play almost all of the major version releases, including 1.0.0, which came out in 2011. And that's what the three of us played for the most part this week. I think we dabbled in the latest build as well. But we played 1.0.0, which is a very different game than current Minecraft. So we do need to say that up front. And
Nolan made sure we heard all about it every time we played with him.
Every time he's like, "Oh, the door sound, the door sound."
The door sound in the new release is so inferior to the old school one that snaps. Back me up on this.
Yeah, no, I agree. The sounds are better. There's a lot of visual stuff is worse though. I would say like the glass panes, for example,
Glass
you
is
could barely
worse, yeah.
see through them in 1.0 because it has like lines through it versus now it's like fully clear so you can see through it all the way. But yeah, not only can you do like 1.0.0, but you can also do snapshots too, which are like test builds basically. So if Mojang's like, hey, we want to test something crazy, you can try that version. They did like an April Fool's one and like cows would explode. And
That's fun.
just a bunch of just random things that you would never expect.
Whether you're playing 1.0.0 or the newest build, there are two primary ways to go about playing this game. There are others, but two primary ways: survival and creative. Creative, I didn't play this week, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's just going into a safe world and building till your heart's content.
You can fly around.
Can
You
you
are
even
God.
die? Oh, you can move.
Probably.
Can you die in lava and stuff, Carson, in creative mode?
No, you're complete. You
cannot
can
die?
even break bedrock. You can even break bedrock. Like
That's
you
right,
can
yeah.
do anything and everything that you want to do. Most people use creative for either like, God builds or whatever.
Yeah.
But they also use it for like, do I want to test something before I try it in my survival world?
Yeah, like with
They'll
redstone or something. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's
but-
like a setting where you could do a super flat world and there's no terrain and you can just have like a blank canvas to do whatever you want.
But the primary mode would be survival. There is a hardcore mode, which I don't know if it was available in 1.0.0. It might have been, but it was. It's one life. You die, you're dead. And so
Great way to
Kenny
play the
and my
game, by the
games
way.
would have been really short.
Yeah, it's the mode for idiots.
Lot
If you're
of-
playing for the first time.
A lot of streamers are still playing hardcore Minecraft. Like Tyler One was just doing a hardcore Minecraft arc, and it's still so entertaining because, I mean, the game's scary, like you said, and it's really easy to die in so many different ways.
Okay, yeah. So I put my first play up there. Continued to play in my solo, experience. I died 6 times my first night. I died 4 times my second night, and it was by night 3 that I just put cobblestone around me and waited, just sat here waiting until day came because I wasn't using a guide. Here's a crazy thing. like 2026, I guess I'm turning over a new leaf because I didn't use guides this week.
I'm so
and I
proud
feel
of
like
you.
most people would be like, Minecraft is the game where you should use some kind of guide.
It
Yeah, the
is,
wiki is good.
but if you're revisiting it and trying to get the experience of playing the game and like understanding it, I totally can see putting it aside and working on just like figuring it out. That's fun. You wouldn't want to stop there because you'd never figure everything out. Like there would be so many things you just literally would never discover.
Yeah, I mean, guides are so important to people, especially if you've been like playing it a lot longer, like what I have, because I use guides to help with like builds or with like redstone contraptions, because people know how to do that stuff a lot better than I can. So I'll
Oh,
just
sure.
pull their build and put it into my own world. Versus, yeah, I mean, in your guys' case where you've never played the game before, uh, doing it without a guide is perfect because you get to experience it in its raw form without any issues.
Yeah, and
It
Dustin,
it
what you're describing there is what everybody experienced back then. Like that,
Mhm.
that's what you did. You like bum rush to get some wood, some stone, hopefully some coal, and dig a hole in a mountainside, and wait, and then you go from there. Like that's the experience, and so you played it correctly. It just
Yeah.
you probably
Well, gamers today have it easy because I did spend a good amount of time in the most recent version, and you've got a recipe book from the rip
Yeah.
that just automatically, in Java at least, it automatically shows you with whatever items you have what you can build, or even maybe items like you have some of the items, but not you haven't even seen the other items. So it's so much easier. But in the original version, you don't have that. And so you're just throwing things into this grid to try to make shapes that make sense with your brain, and some of them do, and then some of them are just wild, but they all end up, not all, but many of them end up creating something. And that was a really good experience to be like,
yeah.
oh my goodness, I just made the shape of a pickaxe in my grid base builder. That's not what it's called, obviously. And in my crafting bench, and it produced for me a pickaxe. Yeah, it's cool.
The recipe book, I think, is necessary for what they want to do, which they're the biggest thing, and so they need it to be accessible to as many people as possible. So they put that in the game. But there is something kind of magical what you're describing about the early days of Minecraft, which was experimentation, and I think the
Sure.
game rewards that richly. I think there's a lot of high moments in Minecraft if you give it the time that it wants out of you, and then you like discover something, or if you're mining the first time you find diamonds. I hope you had that moment by yourself this week. There's something
There's
really
no
special
greater
about it. It's
moment.
kind of hard to describe because of the new build being, I mean, it holds your hand a little bit, honestly.
I played multiple hours by myself, multiple hours. I never once found diamonds. So because I don't play like a modern Minecrafter that knows to just go down and then
Yeah, I
build
know, yeah.
hallways. Like when we played together, you had this whole strategy that Minecrafters do. I don't have those strategies. I'm surviving
F3.
in the night. So
I
I
told
only
you about
have
F3.
I only have like 10 minutes when I go out in the day, and the one thing that I'll say that this game was wrong for was not giving any kind of mini map. I know you can build something. Don't tell me that, Carson or Nolan. You both wanted to tell me just now. But not giving you, because they knew that. So in the modern version, you can, I think it's automatic. You can see teammates or other friends that are in the server. At
It's
least
like a
there's
compass,
some kind
yeah.
of a compass. Which I think you can also build a compass, so I don't know how that changes things. But in the original, you can't see where your friends are. You can't see where your base is. You don't have. I guess F3 pulls up coordinates among other information, but it looks ugly, so I'm not doing that. There's no mini map, so there are many times where I just got lost and didn't know how to get the way back to the base,
I
especially
can
if I'm
see where
going.
Kenny's base
That's
was.
because
Kenny
you don't know
built-
what you're doing.
Kenny built the tallest spire on top of our mountain base in our game, so
ugliest
that
thing,
from
man.
almost anywhere on the map you can look and see this a huge erect statue
The
on
first
top of our
thing
mountain.
I did was to get as high as I could and then realized that I had no way down. And so I
John.
died
Carson, let me
so that
explain.
you wouldn't be lost.
Let me explain what happened.
Yeah, tell
We
me.
have a 1.0.0 server. That's just the three of us that we played this week, and Kenny's running it, and it's great. It works. They played a few hours without me. I was out to dinner, so I get online and I come back to. I spawn at the spawn,
best thing ever.
and I
First of
come
all.
over the hilltop, and they're like, "Let me know if you can't find the base." First of all, it's the most hideous spire that he's built of cobblestone to the sky and fell off and died.
It's really easy
Said,
to
come,
find.
come to the castle. It's a shack that he's put 3 blocks on top, like a what are those called? Like on a fortress, the walls.
There was a road leading you to it.
And then
It's
he had the
not a
Great Wall
road.
of China
Yeah, it was a
to
wall.
get there, like that. And he was like, "It's to keep you safe from the monsters. Like they won't spawn on the cobblestone because there's no torches."
Doesn't have it lit up.
So
Yeah.
you go inside.
So you go inside. There's
It's
bunk
a
beds set
beautiful
up. Of
little
course.
house.
There's bunk beds set up for us.
You
and,
talked over the bunk bed reveal.
And they've got a storage system, thankfully. I see, okay, they learned that you could put 2 chests together and it makes a big chest. And he's got 3 there. And I'm like, they're organizing. Good. I look in the chest. Heinous. Flour, 1 wool, 3 stacks of cobblestone, and then like nothing. And then
we
the other
had.
chest, grass. Seeds.
That's crazy.
We're really good at
My
this
mo-
game.
My most recent world I was in, I spent probably 4 actual in real life hours organizing my chest room.
Yes.
Like just
It's
putting
important.
things in the right chests. Yeah, it's so important.
It's important.
And
Nolan,
then you put a sign on the front that you put the
Yes.
block in. That way you can see it when you walk by. Oh, that's my cobblestone chest. Oh, that's my dirt chest. And
right.
it's so incredibly nice.
And these days, these kids build automatic sorters. You can dump items in a chest and then it'll like sort it automatically, which I don't know anything about that. But
That's
I
wild.
did that one time.
Yeah, I saw these
It's
little
super nice.
copper robots in a Let's Play going and organizing things. I don't know if that's in-game or mods, which mods is a whole nother thing. I guess
That's
we can say that for the
in-game.
age section.
No, that's in game. That's the newest update. That's part of the newest update.
robots?
There's these.
Yeah.
They're golems. They're copper golems
Mm-hmm.
that you put stuff in a chest. They'll walk up to the chest, open it up, grab your item, walk it to where they're supposed to, drop it in the chest for you.
I love that.
I'd be livid.
Yeah.
My wife does that for me all the time. I get so mad at her. That's not where I put
In-game?
my shoes. Put them
I
back.
put my bunk bed.
I dropped them where I wanted them to be.
1.0.0 is superior, guys. Is just back in the day when it was
I mean,
basic,
kind of
when
is,
it was
low-key. I'm not going to argue
chill,
with you.
when you didn't have robots to automatically sort your stuff.
I miss it. It's good.
Like, I had experiences this week that probably aren't the common Minecraft experience anymore. Like, I was amazed when it started to rain. I didn't know that there was any kind of, like, different
Weather,
seasons.
yeah.
My game was silent for the first, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes of my experience, and then music, the sweetest music began playing. Now, a lot of it's good. We'll save music, but there is a track or two that isn't as good as some of these others, but some of them are so good. But like there were multiple things that are just like base level experiences that I had this week. I was gaining experience, and I didn't expect experience, and then getting levels.
Yeah.
But for what? Like
I
I
forgot
know
that
Nolan.
was in
Nolan
1.0.
said something
So
about
nice.
like brewing or magic or something. But what in 1.0.0 can you do with it?
I thought that came way later. I misremembered a lot. That
I mean,
you
killing
use
stuff.
he knows how you get the XP,
I know you
but
did
he's saying,
it.
what do you use them for? You spend levels as a currency, actually, to enchant items. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. We never built
In
an
the-
enchanting table, but
In our version,
yeah.
Yeah, I also thought that it came way later. Like I thought it was a way later
Right?
update when an enchanting table and all that came into the game. Yeah, because it's so nice. Like when you're able to enchant things, you can put what they call Fortune 3 on a pickaxe, and when you break 1 diamond ore, you can get 5
Yeah, it's
diamonds
awesome.
from it because of the enchantment on it. Or if you're breaking a coal block, you can get like 8 different coal as a result of that ore.
Yeah.
that
It's
doesn't
incredible.
sound like a 1.0.0 experience to me.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, the levels are there. They wouldn't have the levels without that. The alchemy system was also in 1.0,
That's a
which
whole
was
thing.
crazy too. But I really like. I think that's one of the additions that they put in the game from the early alpha days that I think is amazing. It adds kind of an RPG element to the game that it wouldn't have otherwise. It would be very raw sandbox, but the fact that you can kind of chase after some of those enchants, because there's also like not failures, but there's a random aspect to enchanting, too.
Yeah, it's
So you
not
kind of have to
perfect.
fish for better ones. Yeah, I really like that they added that to the game, but yeah.
Carson, I don't want to put you on the spot, and maybe Nolan might be able to help with this too, but what are some of the biggest, some might call them improvements, but I'm just saying changes with modern versions compared to 1.0.0? Because, like, one of them that I'm aware of in my limited time this week was villages. Like, I don't think that's a thing in 1.0, and that is a huge thing. I mean,
Yeah.
that can set you up early game immediately if you find villages with other villagers. But I never came across any village in any instance in 1.0, and neither did Kenny or Nolan because it didn't exist. Nolan's looking it up. A lot of people are searching right now.
Googling.
Yeah. I mean, Minecraft or the 1.0 versus now, I think villages for sure, which again, I don't know if they were in 1.0 or not. I
They
feel
were.
like they should have. Yeah, I
No,
would say, I feel like they should have been.
They
yeah,
are
they weren't.
rarer for sure. They're
They
rarer
weren't
in
though. They
1.0.
weren't.
They are.
No, I know you're reading
The-
the Google AI thing, but I played this week.
And didn't find one,
You-
which is
because
unlucky.
you never saw it, it's not in the game.
Golly, this guy.
There's
We
also not
played
diamonds.
multiple worlds. Did you see any, Kenny?
There's no Ender Dragon. There's so many things.
Villages
that
are
aren't in
up
Minecraft.
on the world where we're walking around. Did you see any, Kenny? Is my only question.
I made my own village with you.
Nolan, did you see any? My only question.
I made my own with you, and
No,
They
no, you joined our already made village, and you're lucky
You
we
came
gave
to
you
our
I tried to
castle.
fix. Oh, I tried to fix your mess. It
We're
wasn't a
lucky-
village; it was a mess, and
We're
it still
luck-
is a
you're
mess.
lucky-
Honestly,
Wait, can I
You're
say?
lucky we gave you a bunk bed.
Yeah, and Nolan's first death was because he suffocated in that bed.
because
He did.
I had numerous deaths because I'm the only one brave enough to go down and get the resources we need to survive in the village. I won't log in again, and you can do your own. Kenny was
were doing
asking me,
great.
"How do you farm?" Oh, he's like, "Check out my farm." I asked him to be the farmer. I go up on the hill.
Yeah.
No water in sight. It's a barren wasteland. It's not going to grow, and I have to explain to
We
him where
don't
to put
know.
water.
It rains.
amazing.
God sends the rain.
It does rain, but not
Yeah,
often.
I'd have,
It doesn't
I'd
affect
have-
your crops.
I'd have figured it out. I'd have brought
Carson,
some
real
water
quick,
up there.
from the 250 or so episodes you've listened to us, you should be able to nail this. Who is top bunk, who's middle bunk, and who's bottom bunk? Go.
Bottom bunk is Dustin. No, bottom bunk is Nolan. Middle bunk is Dustin. Top bunk is Kenny. For sure.
Maybe
Close.
that's
You
that's where we went
That's
wrong. Actually, I think
probably
it's like the
how it
opposite order.
should have been.
Kenny was bottom, I was middle, Nolan was top, and Kenny did build multiple viewing platforms with windows for people to watch Nolan sleep.
That's
And that, yeah, it is crazy. And I was in the mines trying to get real things, and he's like, "I'm working." He got real quiet. We're in Discord, and I didn't hear him talk for probably seriously like 15
Working
minutes.
on a
And we were
project.
like, "Kenny, why aren't you talking?" And you said, "I'm working on a
midnight.
project. I'm working on a project." I get back
I
to the
was.
house, and the project is peeping on me while I'm sleeping in my bunk bed.
Oh, no, just making a room where people
So
could watch
people
you sleep
can.
if they chose to.
Right.
How
but
is
it would
that
only
different
have
than
to-
what I said?
There was no secret.
It would have to be just one of us because there's no villages or villagers in.
There are
1.0.
villages. You're just unlucky, dog.
The I want to. I mean, the core loop. I want to talk about that a little bit, but with that, I guess I'm setting that aside unless that comes into the conversation. Carson, you played Minecraft for a long time. I would imagine you played so many different instances. I don't know what they're actually called, and worlds, and you probably played with people and solo. What's your favorite thing to do in the game? What's your favorite experience or
Good
favorite thing to
question.
build, or what do you do when you want to have fun in Minecraft?
I mean, I think the beginning of a world is always the best part of the world, in my opinion. Like, I think from the very instance of like starting, having nothing, and let's punch some trees, get some cobblestone, kill 3 sheep so I can get a bed. Like that core like start to your world is the best experience because every instance is different. because of its like the infinite generation of every single world, I could start one world and be in a jungle. And so that and I always build around spawn. Because for me, if I die and I didn't have a bed instance, then I'm like, I want to be able to get my stuff and I don't have to run thousands of blocks to get this thing. And so, like, I've done tree houses in a jungle, and I've done an underwater base where my entire base was made out of glass, and you could see the fish and the different things swimming by your house. Like, each time you build something, it's just so beautiful. My current base I've been playing on, I have this giant mansion on the side of a mountain with a giant ravine that like I'm overlooking, and there's the pink bonsai trees that are lining the entire mountain. So then you can just see this beautiful landscape from your balcony every single time you get up in the morning. Uh, and it's such a like a really easy game to play with friends. And like my wife does not like video games at all, but every year she'll play with me for those 2 weeks, and she'll build a house, she'll build a farm, she'll build a roller coaster going up to a mountain, and then she's done. That's her entire thing. Every single
Yep.
world, every world has a roller coaster. A world has a random farm, and that's about it. But yeah,
Yep.
the beginning of a world is the best experience of anything. Just starting fresh.
What I
Uh,
really have always appreciated about this game, and why I've like rolled my eyes when it always got reduced to just being like, oh, it's a stupid kids game or something, is it is the sandbox game. Like, sandbox is used to describe a lot of different games. Even like some people would call GTA a sandbox game, and it is. But this one is, you're in control, and so you can do all kinds of different things. A lot of people just are really good at building like architecture stuff. I'm not. I just copy what they do. I like the survival aspect of it. So I like, one of my favorite things to do is to leave my base and to go on like an excursion. So I bring supplies, I bring like what I need, and then I go try to see what other biomes are like really far away from me, because there are some resources there that I want. So I mean, you could do so many different things.
I've got the architecture thing on lockdown.
No, you don't. I'm telling you, you don't.
Yeah, Kenny's our architecture
Trust
guy.
me.
Nolan, if you could be just our explorer guy,
Yeah,
and I'll go fish.
you can fish. You're just sleeping in your bed with holding a fishing rod. Kenny, you didn't get into Redstone.
No.
Or
I
And I
love
think-
that there's like automation and ways to
Yeah.
do stuff like that.
I think you
there's
would
so
really
much
like it.
potential there.
I mean,
I was
you can
just
build
about to ask
computers
that.
in.
Did you guys use Redstone at all?
Yeah,
Did
Redstone
you guys
wasn't in
explore
1.0.
It was in
but,
alpha, by the way. But secondly, we didn't. I mined a bunch because I was hoping Kenny would play with it, but we didn't do it in our server. But I've done
No.
many things.
Like, people build computers in this computer game and just build
That's
the most
awesome.
outrageous stuff. That like calculators and stuff. Like, that's
Yeah.
that hurts.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that, but I've used Redstone to like you just have two random pressure plates on top of your grass, and you step on them, and then a staircase appears that you can go down into your base. That you can make it look like there's nothing there except for two little pressure plates, and then you open this entrance to your base, which is so incredibly cool.
Yep.
Or just light switches. I just flip a switch, and all these lights turn on my base.
Both of those sound really cool. I wish they were available in 1.0.
why do you have it in front of you?
We're lucky he got to the point where he could put together a sword and
Yeah, I know.
not blow us up every time an enemy showed up.
Speaking of, before we leave, I'm going back to the survival horror thing. What were they thinking?
What?
So what were they thinking?
Oh, this game's terrifying.
This
Yeah.
game is terrifying,
Your
and then they
thesis
made.
is correct.
First of all, I found out something, whether it's true or not, I think it is. I'm always right on this, is that creepers were actually developed by Notch. That's not a surprise. When he was trying to make a pig, but got the dimensions wrong, and it was this standing up creature that he was terrified by and decided to color code it and all
believe
out
it.
and made a creeper out of it. And creepers, it. I would imagine they're in the movie, and it's probably hilarious. They make this this noise because they're about to explode on you. And they blow up by like a 12 by 12 radius. That's probably also perfectly correct. And so they destroy
huge.
my
What do you
base.
mean?
And this is super unfortunate because in my main game that I was playing, I got blown up and had a full inventory of stuff. And I closed out of the game, which I would imagine a lot of people do when you get blown up and you're outside of your base and whatever. And so I was frustrated. And then I played with y'all. And then the next day, I came back to my game and loaded up. And it said, "Do you want to respawn?" It still hadn't respawned me because you got to do it yourself. And so I respawned back at my base, which is
So you
nice and
rage
great. But I have no idea where my stuff is. Not any inkling where on that giant map any of my stuff is. So I closed out and I'll never go back into that instance again.
I mean,
That's
you
your
should have built a huge tower.
I mean, you
I
will find
know
the base
where
if
my
you do
base
that.
is. I don't know where I died
Before
at.
you died.
Hit F3.
I
dog.
should have built a tower. Yes,
Exactly.
you're right. I should.
F3
Or
is your
a mini map.
godsend.
Yeah,
A
coordinates.
mini map.
Doesn't need one. You can build one.
You play
Every
a game
world that
with
I
all
have,
that
I have a
overlay.
notes tab. Every time
There
I
you go.
play this game, I have a notes tab on my phone that's like Minecraft coordinates. And so it's like home, X this, Y this, Z this.
You act like that's a crazy
uh,
lift, Dustin. Like, just do it.
zombie
think
spawner. Dun, dun, dun. Like,
You
you
think-
just keep whatever you have.
When you log into this game, it doesn't say, "Hey, try out F3 and follow the coordinates." So I'm not using a guide this week, bro. I'm just going from my
Build a
experience.
map, and you know what's cool about the map in the game is you have to plot it. So like you have to walk to the place for it to show up
Oh,
on the map, which is
no.
kind of cool.
Not
And
That
it'll
is
show
really
your
cool.
base. If your base is on the map, it'll like show it. Like it's cool.
It updates, yeah, in real time.
Aged.
True fact, this is the most popular game of all time.
Probably.
Yep.
I mean, there was a feature-length film in theaters that everybody. I mean, it was huge.
There's been a lot of feature-length films for video games way before this one. Minecraft,
That
the
were
movie, did become the
successful.
second most successful video game movie of all time, though.
What's the first?
Is it
Mario.
Is it Mario?
Oh, okay.
Mario movie.
Of course, but yes, Kenny, it's hard to argue against that claim.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
No.
it depends what you're measuring and whatever else, but like this is one of the most significant video games of all time.
Yes. Very
It's
different
in
statement than you said the first
schools
time.
to teach kids things. I think using like Redstone, like
Teach them things.
they use it in school. Kids play it. Parents play it with their kids. Adults play it because we played it in 2010 and 2011 and still like it. And what's crazy, this is a first on the podcast for sure, because normally when a game is successful, they do Minecraft 2. They'll do the sequel. I mean, Path of Exile, which shouldn't have probably made a sequel, but they did. And it's
Overwatch.
fine. But like you don't have to. And Notch, when he first made this game, made this like bold claim to people that bought the game, because you did have to buy it for access. You will get free updates for life. And it was like, well, I don't know, $10. I don't remember. It was so cheap.
There's different prices
it's-
for alpha, beta, and like if you played alpha, you got it for cheap and got to keep. And if
Yeah.
beta was a little bit more, so that's how he actually got. And it's interesting because during that time, and you would remember, Kenny even, indie games weren't sold. You put them up on flash sites or on other sites like that, and then you would get some money from ads. But you didn't really. There wasn't a market for those kinds of
Oh,
things
yeah.
back in the day. So that was kind of new to sell
Indie
a
was
game
not
like
cool.
this.
It wasn't cool yet.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the thing that it is today by any means.
And it is the thing that it is today because of this game in part. This is one of
Yeah.
the greatest success stories. I mean, it's kind of like, I remember when he sold it to Minecraft.
No,
Or he sold it to Microsoft, and everyone was like, no, don't do that. They're Satan. Don't do that. And it turned out okay. It could have gone bad, but it turned out okay. And Mojang still has, development all over it. And so it's the fact that it's still maintained today, to my previous point, is crazy. It's
Well,
over a decade, and it is still being like full of love by the developers.
I was going to say still just as popular, but that's not true. With the movie and everything, it's probably more popular today
Than
by
ever.
Yeah.
far than maybe ever before. I mean, here's the
There's
thing,
Lego
and it's
sets.
not it's for all ages even. I don't understand how it's a kids game. I really do not after playing this week. But my 7-year-old niece and nephew got it for this past Christmas, and so they've been playing. They're stuck
Dang.
in lava right now and needed me to come over and get them out. But
Kenny will teleport them.
this is a game that everybody knows about virtually, at least by name, and it is a game that so many people, gamers and non-gamers, old and young alike, have had some experience with, and I can join in
Yeah.
those ranks now finally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and to
that's
speak to the
crazy.
popularity of this game, uh, on Twitch alone, since its launch, how many years ago, 15 years ago, it has had an average of 107,000 viewers watching Minecraft for the past
That's
15 years. That's the average. And
unheard of.
that's, yeah, and that's not fluctuating much. That's like pretty much maintaining at a very high level that whole time.
Like the
And
only
it
thing
is
else
still
up there is League.
yeah, it's crazy. In the like just chatting channel,
Yeah,
like, or
and
like
maybe
those
Counter-Strike or
things.
something.
Yeah, it's still the number 3 most watched game on Twitch today, 15 years later. Which
Speaking
is
of
crazy.
Twitch, the YouTube impact
Yeah.
also can't be
Yeah.
understated.
Well, they grew at the same time, right? Or right around the same
Kind
time.
of. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the whole Let's Play thing was in
Yeah.
other games, yes. But Minecraft took it because it's a sandbox game and because you can do whatever you want because people are really creative. It took it to new heights. And to this day, still, YouTube, Hermitcraft is the big one, where it's like a giant server of all the top Minecraft YouTubers. They have a server, and they do storylines, and they do different collaborations, and they're very creative. Like, it's very crazy that this game is responsible for that kind of growth on all these platforms.
They
Well,
I
said
thought it was
he says
hilarious.
he says very creative. I don't know if they pulled out the bunk beds.
True.
You know,
Yeah, I think it's hilarious too because it's video game music videos became a thing because of Minecraft. And I mean, I sent a couple to you guys this week, but it was like there's one by Captain Sparkles that has, I want to say it's like 350 million views on YouTube or something like that.
Wow.
And it's just an animated video of a parody of a secular song. It's like creepers are chasing Steve around the map, and it's amazing. But yeah, that was another big thing with YouTube at that time.
Graphics and music are two things we often talk about in the age section just to see how they hold up. So talk to me about graphics first. Music is the easier one of this. Graphics, I feel like, is somewhat of a convoluted conversation here just because it's a very unique style.
It's a gotcha because they were never meant to be good in the first place. So like they kind of aged the way that I mean, it is interesting because when this came out, graphics were talked about a lot and people really cared about them. All the new gen consoles, that was the main thing. Look at the graphics. And Notch was like, I don't really care about that, and I don't think I can make a game that is smooth enough and those kinds of things. So let's make it blocks and pixels, like giant pixels. And I love the look of Minecraft. I know a lot of people don't. And for some people, I think for many years, especially in the early days in like 2015, 16, people wouldn't play it because it looked like a kid's game and they thought it looked stupid. But to me, it hasn't aged because it looks the same as it did when we started.
there's
And
something
it had its own
future-proof
thing.
about that simplicity. If you're gonna go
Yeah.
dead simple, it just means that your game is gonna always have its own look and be easy to understand. And it kind of allows for the impressive feats of the game visually to not be like the graphics, but like, here's a cool, beautiful thing I built, and it's pretty because of the work that went into it, not because the graphics of the game are shiny, which it just is a sort of special, I don't know, vibe for people who are into that that kind of interaction.
Yeah, I think the simplicity is where it's beautiful, because I think of it, which the graphics are not the same in the slightest, but like Legend of Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, that something
Mhm.
that's a little bit more cartoony, that's more simple. Those graphics age so much better than someone trying to be realistic. And in the same case with Minecraft, they're not going for realism. So this translates from 15 years ago to today to being the same kind of thing. And they did a good job too of like opening it up to the community. And even I think from within, they've done like texture packs and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
If someone was very anti the Minecraft graphics and they want realistic, then they can have that. There's an
Yeah.
option for that. To the extent where there's like reflection off the water and it glistening in your windows
Photorealism
and
packs.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of good texture packs, and back in the day I used to try some. There's like a fantasy RPG one that I used to use that like makes it look like dark medieval stuff, and it was really good. But I would always change it back to normal because there's just something that I like about the original. But anyways, music.
There,
Yeah,
I did notice, at least in the newer, more modern version, there's a slider for graphics. So I guess there is some either sharpening or greater draw
Render
distance, maybe,
distance.
yeah, different things like that. That maybe tweak it a little bit. And like we've talked about, there's packs, but also there's just tons of mods, and there's probably a differentiation in between the terminology there that I'm not that versed with. But there's so many things to even make it new today because the people that play this, the community is still there, very vibrant, still creating. So like you can literally do that's obviously you can't anything with this game. Like I would imagine that there are servers where you go in and you're in the Minecraft world, but you're playing mini games with people. Like
Sure.
just all
Oh, yeah.
there's all sorts of things,
yeah.
or maze worlds that you probably can go into and have to find your way out without using. There's probably all sorts of things because it's sandbox in the truest sense, in that you get thrown in and do what you want.
Yeah, and with the instance of mods, like the modded community in this game, you literally can do anything and everything. There's servers you can join, and you literally have a Glock or like an AK-47, and you're running around the map shooting at people and
Get revenge
whatever.
on
Like,
this zombies, Dustin.
Yeah.
but you can do like the thing. There's a GTA server where you can hop in cars and drive around, and like there's so many things that are available because of this game. That yeah, there's so much you could do with it. And I don't know, do you guys know the legacy with Minecraft in the battle royale genre? Do you know that connection?
No.
No.
Okay, do you know that Minecraft started the battle royale genre?
Like
R-
began.
Like PUBG, H1Z1, Fortnite.
Wait, yeah. Because of those servers where that is the thing where you just spawn in and then have to kill each other. Like it was like based on
Yeah.
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
It's based off of Hunger Games, but they called it survival games.
Yeah.
And so there would be like a cornucopia thing in the middle where there'd be like 10 chests of loot. And then
Oh,
all
that's
throughout
cool.
this entire map, there's chests that have, maybe it has a sword or maybe it has like a helmet and food and stuff like that. And just like in the Battle Royale genre today, there'd be like a shrinking circle that would bring you to whatever location. All the chests would be random every single time you would do a world or do a match. And I looked it up too, and it said, yeah, this was the first time random chests had hidden items that helped you to win a game. Yeah, and there were no other games like it when it originally originated. So even though it's a sandbox game, it started one of the biggest genres in the modern day today.
I mean, there's something to be said for
wild.
that. Like we've seen that in other video game verticals as well. You get League of Legends coming out of the RTS customizations and
Yeah, that's true.
user created maps. And so there is something about letting gamers do what they want and have fun doing what they want that is going to be successful. And by definition, this game is that in the gameplay itself, in the modding, in the multiplayer, in the versioning. They just let everybody do whatever they want. And when you let people do what they want, people are going to have fun. All sorts of different fun, but people are going to have fun.
And then with the music, again, on the 1.0 version, that was exclusively one musician, one creator, Daniel Rosenfeld. He was actually on those I talked about earlier, the indie game developer discussion board that Notch had been in and
TIG
shared
source.
early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he actually connected with Daniel Rosenfeld, and I guess saw some of his music, heard some of his music, and said, "Will you make some music for Minecraft?" So he made original music, did the Foley for the different sound effects, the door, Nolan.
Can you imagine just being like, "Oh yeah, I'll help this guy with his little stupid game."
Right. And
Like,
it becomes this.
I mean, he probably got paid, right? Now, maybe.
We would hope, yes,
Maybe
and
it's
I
a
hope so.
one-time payment
You would
for-
hope so, yeah.
He still retains
it's-
ownership of all the music he made for Minecraft. So
Well, there you go. I mean, that's all you need because that's streamed who knows how many times every day on like platforms. That's amazing.
It's listed as the number.
number what?
I was gonna say it's listed as the number one most listened video game OST of all time.
I'd
Dang.
buy that. Yeah.
It's so, okay to speak to the music. And you said it earlier, Dustin, but it's very, for the most, I mean, yeah, across the board, it's peaceful.
Ambient.
And it's very ambient, and it fits the vibe of Minecraft perfectly, because
Unless I'm being
most
blown
of
up,
the
but yeah.
time it's silent. But when you're mining and just at the right time, it'll slowly fade in, and it's nice, and it just hits. I mean, it's like, it's such a good soundtrack. I like every single track so much. It would be impossible for me to pick. And it's not a huge list of tracks. I think it's maybe the original was like, I don't know, 6, maybe something like that.
Yeah, probably something. I think it's much more advanced in
Yeah, I'm
modern
sure.
versions, but in the original, very
It's
small.
so
yeah.
good, man.
Sound effects also play a super big role here.
The door. I know.
Not
The door is
not
goated.
just Nolan nerding out about the
The new door
squeak,
sucks.
but like awareness of your environment and knowing where enemies are and knowing that you're approaching them or that they're
Yeah,
approaching
creeper
you,
footsteps
or
on
knowing
grass.
that things are happening with the weather,
So
or
scary.
like there are tons of that. I don't know the number of times that even this week where I was just like watching guides trying to learn what I was doing, because I'm also totally brand new to this game, where people are giving advice and they say, turn up your music, put on your headphones, listen to what's going on
get
around
scared.
you, because you're gonna need to know like what's going on in the world. And they
Yeah, for sure.
simple, straightforward, understandable sound effects, but integrated really well.
Yeah, I mean the creeper would be like your number one sound effect. I feel like that's known from this game, or the villager. Like those are kind of your two main ones. But I don't know. I know that you guys would not have encountered this because you didn't probably play enough of this game. But there is a boss that's new to this game. Newer within the last like year or two, called the Warden, and there's an underground ancient city, and there's no mobs, no enemies in the entire city except for this one warden, and he is triggered by sound effects or sound. So if you walk or mine something near these sensors that are throughout this city, and then you'll get this trigger effect that your screen will go dark in a moment, and if you do it 3 times, you can hear like he just does this big sniffles and like comes out of the ground next to you and can basically one shot you if he hits you. It's terrifying.
I went down there when that release came out once. It's terrifying. I didn't do it again. I kind
There's
of
nothing
want
more
to.
scary.
It's so scary and unsettling. Why did they add that? That's crazy.
But you said there's even a new like environment and boss a year or however long ago.
Yes.
Is wild for a retro game. It's retro.
Yeah.
To have updates that are changing the experience or adding to the experience even today. It's
Community
somewhat
votes
unheard of.
On things.
Pretty remarkable. Yeah. There are several spin-off games. There are Minecraft Earth, Minecraft Dungeon, Minecraft Legends, and others, along with, as we've talked about already, a live-action film adaptation that just came out this year. I think they came out with it, produced it because they knew we were doing this
Jockey.
episode. Sorry, not this year. Wow, we're in 2026. Last year, 2025. And I typically, at the end of the age section, share the, loose, complete in box, and new price. That's really not the conversation here, although this has come out on everything. So, on virtually any console, any handheld console, you can buy
Literally
it.
everything.
Quite literally. I mean, I don't know if it's on Atari, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's on Atari. Or, I mean, right? Like, I'm sure.
Everything
yeah,
that
no, it's-
matters to the conversation.
Wow,
probably
wow,
that is
wow.
relevant
Anything
at
that's
all.
modern.
Yeah, iPads. I mean, phones. It can be played very easily across many platforms today. If you want to play for your PC, it's just going to run you $29. I think it often drops down to like 22 when it's on sale, but I don't think it really goes much ever below that.
I paid way less than that a long time ago.
Alpha
owned.
Boy.
Final thoughts.
At the end of each and every one of our episodes, we determine whether or not the game gets our vote for New Game Plus status or not, which is our general vote. It requires 2/3 of the vote to swing one way or the other. We don't always do this when we have a director on, but Carson has asked us and entrusted us with giving our open and honest opinion on Minecraft, of all games. And so, Nolan, surprise us. What's your final thoughts on this retro game?
My final thoughts on Minecraft are that I think it's the best. It's one of the best games of all time. And like, don't even like roll your eyes or shake your head. It's kind of like you can't really argue that. Based on everything we've said. I really liked that I got to play with Dustin and Kenny this week. They had never played the game, which is super rare in 2026. Kind of a miracle that they haven't played it. So it was really fun to join in the server after they had already done their stupid shenanigans and just relive some of that. One complaint I've always had about Minecraft, and it's just like, get off my lawn, stupid, I'm old complaint now, but like the early days of Minecraft 1.0 and before that, especially before that, were unmatched. It was so new and so different than everything else that was out because it wasn't trying to compete with the best of the best. It wasn't trying to look the best and be the best. And those were magical days, and they're kind of lost now, but I appreciate that you can go install those old ones. All that to say, I love this game. I hope it's maintained forever. It is one of the best games of all time. I give it an NGP.
Oh, surprise. Kenny, what did you think about Minecraft?
Yeah, I mean, we'll rip the Band-Aid off. This game gets NGP status. I think that's almost a given.
Bunk beds out of 10.
3 bunk beds, and you're lucky you got yours out of 10. No, I had fun with it, but I think everyone will have fun with this game to some degree because that's the nature of the game. Maybe you don't like the survival horror mode, but you can go and create something creative. Maybe you don't like the lack of story, but you can hop online and socialize and play with your friends and help them out with the things that they want to do. Maybe you are feeling creative and want to, challenge yourself as a gamer and set the difficulty way up and play a hardcore version of survival on a high difficulty and just like flex being a great gamer. Maybe it's just the wonder of those new worlds spawning and getting to explore them and maximize them and figure out what fits, and like there's something here for everybody. So I'm not surprised that this game is wildly popular. I had fun. I think partly just getting to know something that already has been known. It's kind of fun to be outside of like the conversation and then at some point to like be in. So that felt good. And I had a ton of fun playing socially. Like, it's always fun when you get to play a game together. I don't think it's like a perfect game. I think there's
Cut 'em off.
some
Cut 'em off.
frustrating things about it, especially if you haven't played before. And a lot of that has changed with different versions and whatever else. But going back and playing 1.0 and playing it blind, there are some quality of life things you're going to feel. You're probably going to need to play with a guide. You are going to die a lot. It's going to be frustrating. But given all of that, you're still going to find a way to have fun, probably. So, not a surprise. I had a great time this week. So glad to finally be in the club, to sort of know what I'm doing. And I may even revisit this one some more in the future. And
Keep the server up.
I don't do that often, and like this isn't even my type of game, but that is an option. So yeah, all of that to say, New Game Plus for me, not in probably any surprising kinds of ways, but I get the hype.
I had multiple different experiences this week every time that I entered a new world. So I started on my own, and we saw that in the first play and kind of built there and explored. And then we created an NGP realm that a few of you joined. Is very mountainous region that I came into late, so saw that people had built some cool buildings. I found a building that had a sign out front that said no Dustins allowed, so I turned around and went somewhere else. Like the community had built things. I went up to your Carson, I think you put a pyre or something on top of that mountain, and I made it up there and was able to see.
That
So
wasn't
like,
me. No,
oh, I thought you
I
did
saw no, I saw that, but I
Ah.
did not build that.
that. And then we had our private 1.0 world that with the castle and the Great Wall, and the bunk beds.
It was a road.
Shit.
And then I spent some hours doing a solo on the most modern version. Again, a very different experience, but it was a jungle that I spawned in, and the biome was very jungly, which is incredibly different than many of my other experiences this week. I think you can log into this game and get a truly unique experience, a unique to you experience, and you can do what you want with it. And I agree with these guys. There's nothing new we're going to say here, but I think there's something for everybody. I don't think it's going to be a long-term game for everybody. I don't think for me it's probably going to be a long-term game. I don't have the legacy experience. Sandbox just in general is probably not my go-to. I like story. I like characters. Those are my two most valuable elements in any video game, and those are, not here. But there's so much. I mean, I get it now. I went in. You can see it happen in real time in the first play. I went in. I don't know if you could know it immediately, but I went in a hater. This is a kid's game, or at the very least ambivalent. And by the end, had chills. I got it. I understood. And I was falling in love. I got chills and emotional. I mean, because I didn't expect that, and it took me by surprise. There was something magical about it. I messaged Nolan this week. I loved it. I hated it. I loved it. I hated it. And a lot of the hate was during my first few nights of just trying to survive. Now that I know the game a little bit more, it's kind of like those kind of games, like when you're delving into a dungeon type game. Like I come in with my experience now, and so I can do better. Yeah, there's something here for everybody. It's fun. It's great. Come visit our realm and our castle. Kenny and I are very good at decorating bedrooms.
We'll give you a bunk bed if you're good.
We won't. There's no room on my server for everybody else. That's only the three of us. But we do have a realm that we can have you hop in if you want.
So those are yeses from the three of us. Carson, what's your final thoughts?
I don't think there's any hesitancy on me to say I love this game. I've put probably 5,000 to 6,000 hours into this game in my life. Like I've put a substantial amount of time into this game, making new worlds, playing it with friends. I mean, it's a bonding game with me and my wife. I used to play survival games. I used to play all the different modded versions. There's so much to this game, even though it's, there's not a story or, the other things that most video games have. I don't have nostalgia for any other game as much as I have for this game. That there's like core memories, like gaming memories that I have. I remember the first time I went to a friend's house and saw this game for the first time. That's like, I remember literally what his room looked like. like what his desk setup looked like when I was like, wow, there's a bucket that can hold water in a game. Like something so simple like that like captured me to the point that again, I bought a gaming PC specifically so that I could play this game. Um, it's also funny because whenever this game came out was also when I started to get Facebook for the first time. And I scrolled all the way back to the beginning of my Facebook, and it's a bunch of like wooden pyramids or dirt crosses or
You're
these
flexing on
random
them.
things. And I would like post it, be like, "Look what I made," and it's literally just like a pyramid and torches on every single block. And I was like, "This is the coolest thing ever." Uh, yeah, Minecraft is such a good mix of things: creativity, challenge, horror, fantasy. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a peaceful mode. So if you don't want the horror factor, you don't have to have that. No mobs will spawn. So that's a great thing. But it defined the sandbox genre. It defined the battle royale genre. It has the number one soundtrack, and everything about it is timeless. Definite NGP for me. Thank you again for playing this game this week.
That
Yes.
is a universal yes, which means Minecraft is New Game Plus certified.
In
Big
case you were waiting
shocker.
on our stamp
Right,
of
right,
approval
right.
to play it,
Right.
you didn't want to
Everybody-
check it out yet.
With bated breath, we're waiting to see what we said about it.
You can
Yeah,
play
is-
it now. You can
Is
play
this game gonna make it?
But what did you think, Nolan? Get ready.
God.
On our YouTube poll, 68% said yes, 11% said no, and 21% have never played it before.
21%
What?
never
That's
playing
crazy.
it is in fact crazy to me.
What's more crazy, that or 11% saying no?
The haven't
20's
played
more,
it is more
yeah.
crazy to me.
Many from our community played it along with us, wrote in their thoughts. Many, and I wish I could include all of yours. Here's a few. Bill said Minecraft, best game of all time, full stop.
I mean, that's my hot take. I don't even care anymore. Like I actually think that.
I mean,
I mean,
it's
it's not
game
that
of
hot
all
of a
time.
take. It's ranked
It is
number
with
one or
them.
two, depending on what chart you look at for best selling game of all time.
It is with these guys. They'd say I'm lying, but I don't think I am.
Cecil said, I was dreading this moment because I have to lay bare that this game just does absolutely nothing for me. I get it. I absolutely understand the appeal. I can see why it's the most successful and beloved game of all time, but it always comes down to one analogy for me. You sit down on a rug and watch an entire tub of mixed Legos dumped out in front of you into a pile you could bury a body in. Okay, they say, turning away to head out of the room. Have fun. I know there's more to it. There's overarching goals and objectives and win conditions. I absolutely understand why this game is so beloved, the best to ever do it, but it's just not for me. I don't click with free-form sandbox games. I probably never will. It's entirely a me thing that I can give Minecraft NGP without being at all interested in playing after the first few minutes.
I had fun with Minecraft. If you locked me in a room with Minecraft and then also dumped a whole bunch of Legos on me and made me choose, I'm taking the Legos every time, but that's just a product of my generation.
And
The
I'm
analogy
not-
fails here because I also get hyped about that thought. So I don't know.
Sure, and I also don't know if you understood the analogy. Cecil was just one representative of more than one that had negative things to say about
Really?
this game this week. None of them that I remember were outright hostile, but were similar
Okay.
sentiments of I understand, but not for me.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Not everyone's gonna love it.
Sure,
I get
sure,
that.
sure.
That's fine.
Riff said Minecraft is video game Legos, and as such, it almost feels silly to evaluate it. Are Legos fun? Are Legos worth trying today? These questions
Yes.
seem absurd unless you're from another planet, or perhaps the Nether Realm. Because like Legos, Minecraft has evolved into cultural bedrock. It's not just a game.
Okay.
Heck, it's not even just a multimedia franchise. It's its own unique art, aesthetic, style, and medium of expression. Easy NGP.
If you would have told me in 2011 that Jack Black would star in a Hollywood movie as Steve, the Minecraft guy at the time, I don't even know if he had a name. He probably did. I'd laugh in your face and be like, "That's a pretty funny joke."
And then it happened.
And then he's Link. He's gonna be Link in the live action.
Yeah, the only surprise is that The Rock was not also in the Minecraft movie, or was he? I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's Jason Momoa.
I think it's Mimosa. M. Masher said, I started
Mimosa.
playing Minecraft 3 or 4 years ago. My son had never tried it himself, but he was obsessed with it, watching YouTube streamers nonstop. We eventually started playing together, and since I don't have a screen time limit, I ended up playing more than he did. I became obsessed. Luckily for me, the obsession faded once I beat the final boss and rolled the credits. I can't say the same for my son. He's still playing today. He loves Bed Wars.
You know what?
Yeah, Bed Wars is fun.
Minecraft
you
and
have a-
Roblox.
For
Or
kids?
Roblox? Well,
I mean, it's a
yeah.
kids game, but it's taken advantage of by bad people, by creepers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why Minecraft is one reason why it's better. But it's the same as Minecraft versus Nickelodeon versus Disney.
I thought you were going to say Pokemon versus Digimon.
That too. Great example.
And then finally, Clint said Minecraft, in many ways, carries a similar level of social value as Tetris, a game that broke through the Iron Curtain and spread like wildfire. In the age of internet, where social spaces were growing at incredible speeds, YouTube creation was becoming a career choice, led in lots of ways by Let's Players, least of all, Minecraft YouTubers. Fictional narratives and collaborative universes, it was such a fascinating time, pushed forward by the sandbox game where you can build the world you want. Low barrier to access and exceptionally high mastery levels and creative limits. I put so many hours into this game from all the way back in its pre-alpha infancy, and I always come back to it. It doesn't look anything like it used to back then, but then again, I suppose neither do I.
Dang. That guy real.
That was inadvertently really deep.
Yeah,
so
this game
is
made a lot of
Minecraft.
millionaires.
Interesting.
A lot.
And a few billionaires.
Well, maybe.
At least one.
At least one.
Elon plays Minecraft.
I don't think Minecraft
Yeah, it
made
didn't
him a
make
billionaire,
him
but
his
maybe.
money.
Maybe.
We don't
know the story. We don't know. Well, thank you for sending in your thoughts. You can do that each and every week to ngppodcast@gmail.com or hop in our commentary channel. We'd love to feature your thoughts as a part of next week's episode. For now, sorry, we are setting aside Minecraft.
I'm not.
And we are randomly selecting the game that we're going to be playing for the next 7 days. Will it be retro or will it be like Minecraft? Randomizing now. We are going to be playing an action role-playing game developed by Raven Software and published by Activision.
An ARPG?
No, an action role-playing game, which we've discussed the difference before on this podcast.
ARPG stands for action role playing game.
I know, but ARPG is a very different kind of game than action role-playing.
That's why me and Kenny are looking weird. Okay, continue.
We've done this before. You can
I
roll back to
know.
that episode. But Kenny's face hasn't changed. You know, but Kenny's face hasn't changed.
He's stuck.
I'm thinking.
It was released in September
Oh,
Just
Great month.
in September.
of 2005.
ooh. Okay.
Okay.
It's a sequel, Kenny. Say your thing.
Good news.
Dang, he doesn't
Good
even believe it
news.
anymore.
Yeah, I know he
Well, I
doesn't.
no
do.
passion.
Sequels are the best.
It was released for a lot. GameCube, Windows, Engage, PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, and Xbox. We're going to play on the PlayStation 2 because it did sell enough to be on PlayStation 2's greatest hits.
Okay.
Let's go.
It is set after the events of its preceding game and features the mutant supervillain Apocalypse as the primary antagonist. We are maybe playing our first in this specific IP? I don't remember. For the next 7 days, we are playing X-Men Legends 2 Rise of Apocalypse.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god, what?
I had Legends 1 on the GameCube.
Nice.
I've never played 2, and people say 2's better.
Well, yeah,
So,
'cause
was
it's a
one good?
sequel.
Was one good?
One was great. I loved
If one was great and 2's better, this is good.
You have like a team of 4, I think, of the mutants, and you rotate them, and they all have their own moveset, and it is kind of an ARPG, Kenny. Like, it's kind of an isometric, not like it kind of
Interesting.
is. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, it's great.
We definitely have played out of this IP before, but
We
Yeah.
played an X-Men game before?
Where
at
they were,
least
like,
one,
big or
I think
something?
multiple.
Well,
were
I'll
like-
tell you. Do you want to know?
Sure.
Sure.
He's control effing as he says.
We
that.
have played one game in
Yep.
the life of our podcast, and it was episode 46, so I don't know why you would remember, and it was called X-Men Mutant Apocalypse.
Yeah, and they were all big guys. We absolutely remember.
Was it an arcade game?
Probably yes.
No.
Correct. What console, Kenny? If you tell me this, I will give you all my diamonds.
It was on Super Nintendo.
Anarchist.
It was. You have all my diamonds.
Whoa. He didn't have any
Boom.
diamonds anyways, by the way.
Find a copy of X-Men Legends 2 Rise of Apocalypse and play it along with us for the next 7 days.
Hi, join our Discord server. We have a great community, and guess what? We have a Minecraft server now, and a lot of people in Discord are in the server playing. Who knows how long we'll keep it open whenever you're listening to this, but hi, and join our Discord at discord.gg/ngp podcast.
You can also support your favorite retro gaming podcast by heading over to patreon.com. And we'd love to see you. You'll be joining folks like our newest patrons this week, Payment and Mayo.
Hey.
Mayo.
two names.
Sometimes people have names and I can't pronounce them. Thank you as well to our director level supporters, Brojim, Jesse, Sasser, Siegfried, and of course, Carson. Appreciate you coming
you,
on,
Carson.
being part of the episode, bringing us a really popular game that was fun to get to play for the first time. So super appreciative of that. And to our many producer level supporters as well, we want to say thank you to you also. That includes Alex, Anton, Artemis, Chuck, Band Nerd, Ben, Champagne Vinaigrette, Craig, Dagony, Flambus, Garlisle, Hallex, Harold, Hey Brother, Infinite Knife, J. Robert, Jake, Justin, Caldaka, Clint, Levi, Loser, Maximum, Megatroid, Miss Muso, Mystic, Not Enough Dog, Rad Max, Agent, Scotty, Shane, Shauna, Snake Matic, Spinny the Jet, Swaggy, Taco Fish, Tibbs, Tim of the T, Tins, Unbelievable, Zachary, and Zion. Made it in one breath.
That's good.
Thanks, y'all.
That's good.
Carson,
Impressive.
do you want people to find you online?
You can just connect with me in the Discord. My name is Panda on there. I have parentheses Carson just because of this week. But yeah, you can find me on there. But besides that, that's it.
No, they can also find you in the realm.
Yes, my house is right by Spawn. You can come say hi over there.
No dust.
Over at the
wow.
house.
You can follow us on our
No.
social media, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Links are in the show notes. Listen directly on any podcast provider of your choice. Make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to get new GP episodes. And while you're at it, please leave a kind rating and review. Our episode artwork was created by our friend Dave. Our video episode was edited by our friend Dylan. Our audio episode edited and produced by our friend Dan Willett. Join us next week as we play X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse. Until then, I'm still Steven.
I'm still getting way more diamonds than Nolan did.
That's definitely not true. I'm Steve.
No,
I'm Jason
who I am.
Mimosa.
Oh, Jason Mimosa, yes. And this
Yes.
has been New Game Plus.